Hi, welcome to A.D.K Rock and Metal channel. So, our good friends at Season of Mist, probably my favourite metal record label, have sent us material for a band that they signed only recently called Helga. Now, I know that the vocalist is from Sweden, and then the rest of the band are from Halifax in West Yorkshire. So that's an interesting synergy. I don't know what to expect with the music. I've heard that it's post-rock. It has elements of Alison von Hauswolf and perhaps Mirka and Chelsea Wolfe, people like that. Maybe that's just because there's a female vocalist and she's quite esoteric. Who knows? I am expecting it to be quite dark music. I know that Season of Mist have signed bands like Heilung, so even if they're signing artists that are not within the extreme metal canon, they'll always look for dark, brooding music that's quite introspective. So let's see what this music is like. I know that the debut album is coming out on the 4th of November and that the singer is called Helga Gabriel. They're the only things I know, and obviously we need to know the song title though, so that's called Skogen Mumlar. Whatever that means. I believe it's about forest dwelling creatures in Swedish folklore. Let's see if that comes through in the video.
Skogen mumlar, vinden viskar. Följ med mig, sjunger vi om träden. Kom och följ med mig in i skogen, springa mot ängarna.
Okay, so that was Helga, and I believe that's the debut single, Skogen Mumlar, and that's from the forthcoming album, which comes out in November, and there are 10 tracks on that, and I believe the running time is around 45 minutes. Initial reaction to that, so much to take in. There doesn't appear to be a discernible song structure to that. When I say discernible song structure, I mean anything that you would call orthodox. That's not necessarily a problem, because I really saw that as almost like folk music, but they're approaching it from the angle of progressive metal. It's like they were trying to force through Meshuggah and Gojira riffs into that song at various points. Obviously the vocals dominated, didn't they? I don't know if there was a storytelling element to that because of the language barrier, which doesn't put me off, because almost when you listen to it, it's the birdsong beauty, isn't it, of that soprano voice that the vocalist has. Not what I was expecting visually, because as soon as you think of Sweden and there's a female vocalist and she's going to be talking about Swedish folklore, you do expect that to be a Northern European person. And Helga Gabriel has a very Nordic name, but clearly she's got a racial heritage is East Asian. Again, that's not really an issue. If anything, that's good because it confounds expectations and didn't present any stereotypes. The dynamic shifts in this song were interesting, weren't they? At the beginning, I was thinking, okay, is this going to be like what the last two Björk albums minus the electronics? Definite Mirka reference, I would say. I don't know if Mirka is an influence on Helga and her music. Apparently, she sent a demo to Season of Mist in 2019 and then didn't hear anything back until late last year. So that must have been a wonderful surprise when they said, oh, we're interested in your arts. We want to work with you. The rhythm section, quite complex, wasn't it? But subtle. Again, we always mention this band, Meshuggah. It's like when you listen to them for the first time and you don't really know what a polyrhythm is or is something slightly off kilter. There were moments where the drums and guitars were slightly misaligned. I'm not an expert in time signatures. I thought when the snare came in, that sounded to me like it was in 3/4 or 6/8 timing. I'm probably wrong on that. Good guitar tone in there as well. I'm surprised by how forceful the guitars were in the mix there, because you didn't really want anything to dislodge the enchanting vocals. So they took a bit of a risk and that paid off. Good to see the band come together at the end where they're playing in the meadows. I wonder if that actually is East Yorkshire. I've been through there many times on the train. I'm from East Lancashire myself originally, so I know the landscape very well. And it looked like to me that possibly could have been the West Yorkshire Valleys. Overall, my first impressions, because let's be honest, that's all we can give here. I would need to listen to that another 2 or 3 times. That's not a bad thing either, is it? You know, there is a progressive element to this, ethereal, esoteric music. The cliches aren't in some of these words, but it's true. It was enchanting. I don't know if I would use the word charismatic because I just couldn't understand a lot of it. I don't mean on a language level. I just mean there was too much for me to process. Yet at the same time, it didn't feel like they were trying to cram too many elements into the song or drawing from too many disparate genres. There was a good mellifluous, there was a flow to that song, wasn't there? I would definitely be intrigued to go and check out the album. And I wouldn't be surprised if there is some songs on there that are even heavier than that as well, that probably veer more towards metal. But yeah, that's the type of thing when you hear it on first listen, you just think, what's this avant-garde Northern European music? It's drawing from metal, from folk. There was even a synthesizer in there, wasn't there, at one point as well? I thought I could hear it. So yeah, I definitely need to listen to it again, but quite positive overall. Who knows what to expect from the album? Certainly piqued my attention and curiosity. So that was my reaction to Helga, my favourite record label, Season of Mist. I do tend to check out anything that comes my way from that label because they are purveyors of great music. So yeah, let's see what happens when this album comes out, and will I like it? Who knows?